Fax Tatts from Philadelphia. Here getting interviewed by Tno Studios.
How long you been tatting?
14 years.
14 years? So you say you started around the age of?
The age is hard. I'm 37 now, so.
Alright, wait, what's your tattoo name?
Fax Tatts.
And how did you get the name?
I had a brother that passed away years ago,
So
and his name was Fax. He used to write it.
Oh
and
yeah.
I was asked to take the name and to keep it in the art industry.
that's love.
Was tatting the first thing you was doing as far as art, or you was doing portraits or something like that before that?
Yeah, I drew since I was a kid, mainly people. I'm probably best at drawing people.
Okay.
That's your favorite thing to tat?
Yeah, it has more sentimental value to it, so it holds more weight for me.
How many years you got in art?
All my life.
All your life, kid?
Yeah.
That's lit.
You ever went to school for art, or it was all like you learned yourself?
Yeah, I never went to school
Yeah, that's
for
good.
no type of art.
What school did you go to? Like high school? What high school you went to?
I went to Potter Thomas Elementary School. I went to Juliá Burgos. I went up to Sheridan in Bucks County, Edison down here, Boone.
Alright, so you was like around
Douglas,
like,
yeah.
went to a couple
Okay. So with the tattoo shops, right? Do you how many tattoo shops you work for?
Hard Ink
Okay.
on Ontario with Hose.
Okay.
I worked with him for almost 5 years.
Shout out
Shout out
to
to Hose.
Yeah, shout out to Hose.
Mm-hmm.
Then I opened my first studio, Insane Creations, in Feasterville about 8 years ago. And then decided to move back to the hood and give back to our community. So
Yeah.
I've been in Philadelphia on Cambridge Street and just opened up the new location on 5th Street almost a year ago. In March this year we opened up.
That's what's up. How many shots like in total did you have?
Two.
Like,
Two of my own. Yeah.
That's
Two of
what's
your
up,
own?
man.
Oh,
That's what's
man.
up.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
dope too, man. You went from a suburban area back to the hood. You know, that's like,
You could tell us about where you from too, like where you grew up at.
Yeah, I grew up on 4th and Cambria. That's why I decided to come back towards Cambria Street to open the shop. I mean, I've been all over Philly for real. Mainly north, but 4th and Cambria is where I got raised as a young kid.
How was it for you growing up?
Tough like everybody else.
Right.
You know, single mom. My dad left when I was about 6, so I ain't never have that type of guidance from my father, but my mom did a great job, obviously. So shout out to mom.
okay, so you say you wanted to come back to the community, so you was trying to help like as far as like inspire the youth. Or
Yeah, that's the main focus, is inspiring the youth. With all the negative stuff, they follow a lot of the wrong, what people call leaders. So I came here to pretty much give back. I do a lot of give backs. Christmas time, we give away to the less fortunate families. Halloween, we do it. We close down the shop. All the artists do face paintings, stuff like that. We do like career days at the schools, going for inspirational speaking and stuff of that nature into a lot of the community schools around our neighborhood. So yeah, the main focus is just trying to get the kids to understand that there's a lot of things that they could do. You know what I mean? Besides running around on the streets where people think it's cool to be on a block.
Yeah.
And that's not it. You know what I mean?
I respect that too, that you go out there and try to help, because nobody telling you to do it. You know what I'm trying to say? You're doing it because you want to do it.
Yeah,
So I
for
respect that.
So I know you've been going to schools and all. How many schools you been to?
We've been to about 4 schools. We've been doing John Welsh Elementary and Middle School for about 6 years now. That's one of the first schools we went to, and one of the ones we mainly focus on doing like the book bag drives, stuff like that. It's where my son graduated from. My oldest son graduated from. My daughter graduated from. So we could target that school mainly.
That's good to give back too.
yeah, I've been peeping that you've been bringing the cast through too. Like who on your last circa, who you had involved with the schools and the presentations?
Yeah, we had TJ, Love Money.
Shout out to Love Money.
We had June from Extreme Gaming. Johnny Rocket, also known as Juan from Rock Ministries. they're also, Rock Ministries is another place that's amazing. They do a lot of giving back. They give back food, stuff like that. All the kids could go to their gym for free.
And where's the gym located?
Right on Front in Somerset, right in the hood of where people say you shouldn't go, but
All the young boys, y'all slide over there, man. I know y'all not doing nothing in the crib. Y'all don't go out there do bad shit, man. Look, y'all got someplace to go. You feel me?
yeah, for sure.
Right there.
That's a great spot. That's a
You give us your top 5 tattoo artists, if you have any
inspiration.
Cause I know there's like a couple of artists.
Like in the world, you mean? Or
Yeah, like people that you look into that inspired you, like
Nico
like
Hurtado. Jose always inspired me, Garcia. He was the one that, you know, that took me under his wing. So he would probably be number 1 over Nico just because of the platform he was able to put me on.
That's what's up.
And I don't really look much into artists. I kind of like just try to be my own and let God guide my career. You know what I mean?
That's the best thing.
You trying to get masters?
I went up for a casting one time and the feedback that I got off of them is kind of like that platform was set for a certain person to win before you even get on it.
Okay.
And the rest of it is to oppose a audience.
Okay.
And they kind of wanted me to go in as somebody that didn't like me and this and that. And of course, I'm still from the hood, so I wasn't doing none of that shit. I'm not on there to argue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They want to bring some drama to the show.
Yeah, nah. And I play with my hands too much, so I don't fuck around like that.
Talking about that, like as far as competition with the tattooing, you won any trophies?
Yeah, I got 27 awards.
Sheesh.
I came out in about 15 magazines.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you name a few magazines that you came out in?
Skin and Ink, Art Magazine, Skin Deep. There's a couple of them.
That's dope.
And you Puerto Rican, right?
Yeah.
Full Puerto Rican?
Yeah, yep.
That's what's up.
Puerto Rican, born and raised in Philly, but yeah,
Philly
Puerto
Rican.
Rican.
Philly
Yeah,
Rican. Yeah, they call us Philly Ricans.
Yep.
So like, what you thinking about making like a franchise of your tattoo shop?
If that's God's plan for me, yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, I would like to.
You have a lot of
More
artists in
focus
the
on
world.
trying to make every artist create his own thing, you know.
Yeah.
If they want to be a part of Inkadelphia and expand, I'm all for it. But I want every artist to have their own platform.
That's
Right.
dope.
Yeah,
And a
that's
lot
dope.
of people don't do that. They be just trying to keep them under the wing as workers. So you trying to create more entrepreneurs.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
focus. In school, they give you the wrong leading. You know what I'm saying? They sit there and tell you to, you know, you gotta go out there and get a job, and then they try to put a stamp on that job.
A worker, they make you a worker.
Yeah, my job is to get the best out of every person and make people understand that no matter what it is you was put here for, that's what you put here for. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about getting a guidance through a teacher or any of that. I had teachers tell me that drawing was never gonna get me anywhere, and I make 10 times what they make now. So
I can relate to that. I can relate to that.
Yeah, that's true.
That's facts.
So what do you say separates you from other tat artists?
my humbleness,
I like that.
yeah, my humbleness and my giving back. I've never seen a tattoo studio in our city give back to the city.
That's
And it's something that most people would say I'm cocky, but when it comes to that, yeah, I'm cocky. I'm cocky because I feel like they all should be doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we make money off of our own city. It's kind of like all the grocery stores. Everything that's in our city should be given back to our city. So a lot of them take the money and they leave and move out to a suburb or something like that. And they don't put back into our city. They don't put back into our kids. So I'm big on that. I feel like a lot of the money that you make, if I'm making money off of y'all parents or yourselves, it should be going towards the youth to make the city better in the future.
Yeah.
See, if everybody was to think like that, the world wouldn't be how it is. You know what I'm trying to say?
That's true, man.
For sure.
And now when you thinking like that, you actually doing it. You know what I'm saying? You've been doing it for what, about 7 years now?
Yeah.
So,
I like that you said that though. That's what separates you from the other.
What was some life struggles you had growing up?
Man, a lot.
going to jail, having kids at an early age, sleeping on the floor, having a plate from the corner store and warming it up on my heater because I didn't have a microwave or an oven. I've been through it all, man. I've been through it all.
You could tell us about how much time, like how much overall, like how much time do you do?
On what?
Like the jail. Like
jail was just big case. My first big case. I had $1 million bail. I sat for 3 months during that time, just trying to bring my bail down. It's kind of like how I got into art more. Kind of like just asking God for guidance. I mean, I wanted to make the same amount of money, but just on a legal note.
So you say it opened your eyes while you was in there?
Yeah, more so because I was drawing kids' portraits, their family portraits, and while we was getting, of course, you lose everything, and that's something that I definitely want to put out there. I got booked with $218,000 cash on me, not including everything else lost, everything, cars, house, everything. You know what I'm saying? And while I was in there, my family was struggling to create funds to be able to get me out.
Right.
So again, I asked God to sit there and guide me on where would I be able to still make the money, and the whole time I'm sitting there drawing to feed myself, and it's what I asked for. Is like give me my guidance on being able to feed my family.
Yeah, that was him answering you.
So yeah, right. And when I came home, the last $1,600 I had, I went ahead and bought tattoo equipment and started tattooing my niggas and stuff while I was on house arrest fighting my case. I fought my case for like 2 years, and then when I came out is when I started taking it serious.
Was that before you started tatting or after?
I didn't tattoo till after I got locked up.
Okay, alright.
Yeah.
That was big because that basically opened your eyes, like it inspired you to do, like you say you prayed, you was praying, and people don't peep that. People don't peep the small shit like that. That be God right there answering your prayers. You feel me? Like people don't answer God. I believe in God. I can't speak about anybody else, but I feel like that's him answering your prayer. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. Down, open up your eyes.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. As far as like how did you feel? Like, was you happier, tatting and getting money that way opposed to getting it the fast way? I'm pretty sure it's a big difference. You said you had $1 million bail, so you had to been getting it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Things had to slow down, but now you're doing something you love, like how, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's no feeling like that feeling. You know what I'm saying? To not have to watch your back. Not have to, because you ain't got to only watch your back from cops, with the ops. Like, you got to watch your back from way too much on the streets, let alone today.
True.
So, to be able to do what I do and get the love from the community like I do, you would never get that love hustling on the block.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All of that shit is fake love. Everybody want what you got. Like, I give what I got, and it's a big difference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Big difference, I want to ask, like, what's some of the things you saw in Philadelphia and around Fort Fair, and you said Fort and Cambria, right?
Yeah.
What's some of the things you saw, like if you're a little kid growing up, going to school, walking to school, like just playing outside, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, what's some of the things you saw out there?
Yeah, I mean, you see it all. I mean, if you want positive,
you would give both a little bit.
yeah. So positive is, I mean, I'm gonna go with negative first, because I like to lead with positivity. So negative, you see, of course, you can see people get killed. You see overdosing in your face. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. And positive, I remember this old head, Mr. Chico, used to come outside and give us balloons and a Chico stick inside of
Mr. Chico.
Yeah, inside of an envelope, and he used to give it to all the kids, and he kind of inspired me to like want to give back to the kids as I got older, and that's just one of the people. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of them. Tequila, old head Tequila used to come around and give out money to kids, stuff like that. So it's what made me do it, and it made me feel like me doing that is gonna leave that same impression on every kid that I give something to be able to be more of that in the
It's
future.
crazy you say that because I feel like that's what the youth is missing right now. We don't got our old heads no more. See, there was a time where we had our old heads to show us stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Give a little bit while they, servicing the people.
Nowadays, when these kids grow up, they don't have Mr. Chico or they don't got that outside no more. Nothing. It's just nothing. Nobody trying to help nobody no more. It's cutthroat now. Like,
for sure.
That's definitely.
So, you know, keep doing your thing, man, because you definitely one of the ones we got left. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, for sure. And there's a lot more of us.
Yeah, there is, man.
You know, it's just about them changing they ways, and you know what I'm saying? Because even the niggas that's on blocks, I've seen them do great things with their money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just about them being able to guide these kids into the right path, open up you know, more parks for them to play with, or invest. You spending a couple bands on feeding homeless or crackheads. Not to say it like that, but fuck that. Like, you need to focus on grabbing that same bread and putting it into a football team, or buying uniforms and shit like that. Like, open up the recreational parks again, so that the kids can actually go in there and have somewhere to go. That was something that was major when we was kids. Everybody would be on the blocks playing. You see girls jumping ropes, playing tag. You know what I'm saying? Like, we would play basketball together, football together. If you had to rumble, you would rumble. You would go down. My mom would go down to the lady crib that I had to rumble and tell her. They would drink coffee together while me and her son rumbling, and we both get slapped. You know what I'm saying? And the next week we thorough. And you know what I mean? And that same thing has happened in my past, where I rumble somebody and win or lose, we end up friends later on. And what that proved to me was that regardless, he was gonna have my back as much as I was gonna have his. Nowadays, they fight and you got somebody pulling out a gun and kill them because they can't take a loss. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a lot of the times it's more of a lesson than a loss. And just like I say perfection should never be a word. A loss should never be a word. It should be a lesson, and it should be progress. You know what I'm saying?
I think you hit a key point there, man. Like, I feel like what you just said right there was major.
Yeah,
everybody was socializing before. So you could be able to fight and be friends afterwards. Now everybody's strangers, like they don't even know each other. So they be so quick to shoot it out and have no emotional feeling behind it. So I think you absolutely true.
They so quick to not to cut you off, my fault.
No doubt, no doubt.
But they be so quick to blame other people when they'll go to a suburban place and be chilling and won't try to cause no harm because they know they're gonna get locked up, but then they'll come down here with their own people around, with your own people, and you'll cause fucking madness. You know what I'm trying to say? Like it's
like similar to being in the car throwing trash out in the hood opposed to the suburban.
Yeah, like they
you wouldn't do it because you might
won't rob
that
nobody.
ticket.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But in the hood, like fuck it, ain't nobody gonna say nothing.
Exactly, and
You know
they won't go rob nobody in no suburban place. They'll go rob somebody down here though. Like, why y'all doing or not? But even when looking at a person down here, bro, you can't even look at somebody down here, bro. When you go to the suburban hoods, you could look at anybody you want. You know what I'm trying to say? It's a mindset. They just like they trapped.
Yeah, and they are trapped.
Yeah,
and you know, that's part of why we gotta keep putting stuff like this. Thanks to y'all for having me on to be able to put that positive energy out. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you too.
You know, again, people will sit there a lot of times and judge a book by its cover. So I get judged a lot. I've met so many people that'll meet me and say, "Damn, you nothing like they said you was."
I'm gonna keep it a beam. I feel the same way, man. You definitely a dope dude, man.
I appreciate that, man.
Like,
Definitely.
you was such an iconic figure. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We looking up. You feel me?
Yeah, but I tell everybody you can't look up to nobody, but you know what I'm saying. But be inspired by many. I don't look up to nobody but God, man. There's nobody that's higher than where I'm supposed to be. I'm right where I don't need to be. I don't want nothing that nobody else got because it's not meant for me. I just want what was meant for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts. I see you real big in the boxing community right now.
Yeah.
What's going on with that?
Yeah, my son, Emilion, Lil Fax. That's what he do. Got me more focused on that than anything else. You know what I mean? I'm here to help him live his dream.
Yeah.
So,
what's it? How long he been doing it for?
For 5 years now.
5 years.
Yeah.
How old is he?
14.
14.
That's good. You been training him?
Yeah, I've been training him for like the last 4 years.
Yeah, that's
and you personally by yourself? Like,
No, I got a lot of people help me with him.
Right.
There's a pro Brandon Pizarro, which is the gym that we train out of the Gift. Amazing kid. He loves him like a little brother. So he's there for me regularly. His dad, Angel, amazing person as well. It's been so many people that has helped us throughout the way, and in the boxing community is real tight. like a big family.
Mm-hmm.
So you get, you know, I love criticism.
Yeah.
That's how I learn, and I criticize. Ain't nobody can criticize me more than me.
That's big.
So when
That's
they
big.
criticize what we do, you know what I'm saying, or more so guide us, then I'll take all that guidance and man, and I appreciate it from every one of them.
Absolutely.
People should learn from this interview, because I feel like the whole message is like whatever you put out, you're gonna get back. You know what I'm trying to say? Look, you said it's a good energy when y'all in there, y'all doing good. You know what I'm trying to say? And you said a lot of people helped you too.
Yeah.
That's because you be helping a lot of people. You know what I'm trying to say? So if you're gonna do something now, you're gonna get that energy right back, and people should learn from that. I feel like, you feel me?
Yeah, one of Brandon's biggest things is teamwork make the dream work.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm big on that. There's no I in team,
Mm-hmm.
and all the way from the franchises to the small businesses, you need more than one person, man. Can't no one person do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might be able to be good at one thing, but there's always going to be somebody that's better to do something than what you doing. Like, if you can record, another one could come up with editing, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is. It's like the team is what creates it, and it's about staying faithful to yourselves more than anything. Just like positive energy is negative. So a lot of the time when you start doing something, you know, negative tries to come in. It's about you blocking that out and making sure that the foundation is the strong thing. And that's why even with my team at the shop, like, they'll tell you, everybody that's ever worked for me, they'll tell you, like, it's all love. Like, I want all of them to grow, man. I just want to let my brother, I lost a brother 2 weeks ago.
Alright, yeah. So, you want to talk about it?
Nah, not really. I just want to give him a shout out. He's a big inspiration to me. So,
Sorry for your loss.
rest in peace, Lethal, man. I love you, bro.
Okay, we wrapping it up. Fax Tatts on Tno Studios.